Righto, round 10 of Suncorp Super Netball. So first game was Firebirds v Vixens at Firebirds' second home of the GC.
The GC on the Gold Coast. Gretel Tippett's homeland, the GC. Unfortunately, they weren't able to come away with the win in their home turf.
Their first loss at home, because it wasn't in Brisbane, and another second week in a row where they've lost in like the final seconds of the game.
Yeah, by one. However, you know, you've got to give it to the Vixens.
Just had the better mid-court, I think, because it was a tight game defensively. Both teams fantastic. Yeah. The attack, both fantastic. So the difference was that mid-court. And I found that, Maloney, Ingalls, Watson, they free up space for each other. They're so quick, particularly when there's a turnover.
Pass back if they need to as well.
Refeed, re-offer for each other.
Yeah.
It just looks so stable and so consistent and patient, feeding into that circle. The Vix converted 80% of their turnovers, where the Firebirds only converted 50% of their turnovers. So that was another big stat that told the tale of this game.
It was great to see Dehaney in the circle once again.
She was so good.
Working really hard.
She's got such good footwork, and she was getting called a lot in the first quarter for holding Aiken, but came off the body in the second half of the game and got a lot of those tips, touches and turnovers, and really put a lot of doubt into the feeders' minds and also into Aiken, and she missed quite a few shots. Also, I feel like the Firebirds rely a little bit too much on Tippett.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we've said over the last couple of weeks, Gretel is doing a lot of work. She's moving the ball down once there's a turnover into the circle. She's assisting as well as putting up a lot of shots. She's also coming out for a lot of centre passes as well, and is being used to pass back to as well. So, maybe the work that she's doing is, being taken advantage of.
Game 2, Lightning v Fever in Perth, and
another one, another close, nail-biting, edge of your seat game.
Lightning almost came away with the win. It was down to the wire and just lost by one in, almost they felt what the Firebirds felt last week when the Lightning beat them. Fever had a few early mistakes. I think Lightning started really well, and that was shown in the scoreline. They were up by 4 at quarter time and then still up by 2 by half time. Fever were making some uncharacteristic mistakes.
However, Fowler's shooting percentage was still amazing.
Ridiculous. And considering she was being double teamed by some of the best defenders in the league, Mentor and Pretorius, she just had an unbelievable game. You saw Dorothy in the crowd, her mum. She just couldn't look. It was all too much. She was like, oh, I couldn't look. It's too exciting.
Yeah, so 60 from 63 goals once again. So Verity Charles, Anstis,
yes, in the
did a
second
bit of
half,
a switcheroo. Never really seen that. Hey, they've really been playing with the wing attack position a bit lately, haven't they? Because Anstis is quite a defensive centre
player, yes.
And we've talked about how a defensive centre,
aka Serena Guthrie.
And let's reflect like Laura Langman. Yeah, she was pretty much one of the old school defensive centres. And how effective that is on the court. Yes,
it really worked for the Fever because it pushed the Lightning attack off the top of the circle and to the sides of the court, and made it really difficult to feed in. And
that's where Kelsey Brown has been really working well lately, on the top of that circle, pushing the ball into the shooters. Steph Wood, refeed, that little trick that she likes to use.
Steph Wood was a bit of a general again. She just was directing play, using the swing, fast drives across the top of the circle, using the baseline. I thought her combo with Sherrian was really tight this week.
In the pockets.
She loved that pocket, and they actually used that kind of long pass into the pocket, and Sherrian taking that ball a lot. Sherrian had 21 goal assists, 28 feeds, so I think a much
big steps for her this week.
And because she was taken off last week, and so maybe she was playing for a bib again.
Yeah. Well,
it paid off.
Maybe sometimes they've got to starve them of them to get them to step up.
Bassett, I thought
movements were really different this week in the circle. She's been mixing up, maybe using a bit of the heart and double dodge.
Yes, well, there was a few shoulders down, dodge, and taking the play. And I think, as we said last week, I think she's been a bit inspired by the work of Aiken and Tippett, and coming out of the circle a bit, feeding Steph Wood.
Even did the little step up layup a few weeks ago. Yeah, so she's really trying to.
And she was against Bruce, so I think she was getting the better of Bruce.
Yeah.
Bassett getting the better of Bruce.
Yeah. And I mean
Bassett beating Bruce.
A Bassett Bruce bruiser. I don't know.
Nice try. Good one. Game 3. Thunderbirds v
Magpies. Thunder. Feel the thunder.
Feel the thunder.
Yeah.
And that rung out every time they got a goal. And this was the game that they could have They almost won.
They almost
did
it.
For 3 quarters.
They were there for 3 quarters. Unfortunately, they didn't make it through the last one, and that's when the Maggies took advantage and ran away with it. But they walked over 2 bonus points.
2 bonus points, yes. Absolutely. They doubled their bonus points.
Yeah.
Kath Duvani.
Yeah.
Got a run last 8 minutes of the game.
Yeah.
5 for 5, 100%. Great start.
Yeah.
And the crowd loved her.
The crowd did, yeah. And she made a comment later on social media that every single one of those Magpies girls came off and congratulated her.
Yeah, it was such a good moment when she ran on the court because Leighton actually gave her a hug as she came onto the court. It was so lovely to watch.
It was
actually really cool. Just in her absence, Nelson and Hodges have done so well and have proved themselves that they deserve to be in that Thunderbird side.
Yes, that's right. Hodges' stats.
100%, 11 from 11.
11 from 11.
She was the general for the Thunderbirds team.
Yes,
she was leading the stats for goal assists and centre pass received for most of the game, even doing better than Maddie Robinson until that 3rd quarter.
And it's going to be really interesting to see what happens with the new coach.
Tanya Obst, who's the current assistant coach for the Giants. She's also the assistant coach for the England netball team. So she has so much experience.
Yeah.
And a lot of girls will pay her a lot of respect, and she's a South Australian girl, so
so that'll be nice. And hopefully if that team stays together to keep that consistency, who knows, they could be what Fever were this season, next season.
Look out.
Hashtag Thunderbirds the new Fever in 2019.
Oh, well, don't steal my hashtag.
I just have.
And again, lots of girls playing for their bibs. Masomi was on for 3 quarters.
Yep.
In her probably favoured position of wing attack. And
she's fast, isn't she?
God, she's devastating. That was a cool matchup between her and Brazil. It was like a competition of the speed demons.
Yeah.
Who's got it? Hannah Petty, she played really well. Again, she was almost dropped from the team and she was playing for a bib.
Yeah.
Had an influence. And Shimmo.
Shimmering, shim, shimmeroo.
She was Lady Shake Shimmo.
Lady Shake
She
Shimmo.
took so many of these.
Shimmo was doing a classic shimmering.
Shimmo. In the shimmery dress, can I say.
Yeah, in the Indigenous shimmery dress. Shimmo is a solid mover and shaker, lady shaker for that team. Now I noticed Pittman wasn't
shaken.
She wasn't shaken.
She was off until she came on with Kath Duvani. She had the jacket on for the full, almost 60 minutes.
Yeah.
I think that 52 minutes. She wasn't expecting to come on. She even had her zipper stuck when Dan Ryan taps her on the legs, and she's like, "Oh gosh, can't get the zipper off." Had to freaking.
She had a moment.
Come up through the other way.
With the jacket.
Oh, I think she was having a good day off. The Magpies have
come through with the goods. Thwaites had another cracker of the game.
That's classic Thwaites.
That is classic. That's old school Thwaites. Yeah. She Holding's shooter. Yeah. And she pulled it off. Back to basics. There was movement with the goal attacks. We had
Teague Neal started.
And then
it was kind of a reversal of the week before because Teague Neal started, then wasn't playing well, came off. Bell came on. Yeah. Again, we've been talking about playing for the bib, and Bell played for the bib.
Played for the bib. Shani.
Shans.
Seven
Shani
intercepts.
7 intercepts, 5 deflections.
Hunting down.
She just dominated. She was hunting. She came
hunting
out of the circle.
Yeah.
Took it.
It's good to see Shani attack the ball like that in defence again. It's been a bit.
Foghorn. She was yelling.
Yeah. Foghorn, Leghorn.
Foghorn, Leghorn.
Good work, Shani.
Good on you, Shans. Last game of the round, the Giants beat the Swifts.
Giants
it is
Swifts.
in that giant new Sydney Stadium International.
Oh yeah,
Convention
Darling
Centre.
Harbour.
It was massive. They had a huge crowd there.
Yeah.
New South Wales State Age apparently helped fill that out.
Yeah, well, it was also the New South Wales derby.
Yeah, and Giants got their revenge.
Yes, they did.
And they killed the Swifts, really. They shot them out of the sky and now
nailed
they're
it.
As we've been saying, just kind of it's the consistent, patient, structured game that defeated the
experience
made the difference.
And
they've got a lot of work now to do if they want to make the finals.
Yeah, but you know what? They're not going to make it easy for any of the other teams that are looking towards that top 4.
No.
They are going to make other teams work for that win.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a continuous battle. Another great game by our favourite Giants player.
Which one? Guthrie?
Well, we're wearing the headband.
I
Hashtag headbands for Harton.
Hashtag everyone knows I was joking. I was pretending.
No, but we do have lots of Giants players, favourite Giants players.
Yes.
Well.
Guthrie, Bully.
Oh, Bully, yeah.
Pullman.
Harton.
Yeah. Harton. Guys, this is the week.
This is
the last week. The next game
is
Giants v Harton.
And we're going to be there. We are so excited.
We
are ready. Don't forget your headband.
No.
Can't forget your headband.
Bring your BYO headband.
BYO headband for hashtag selfies with Harton.
Oh, get excited. This is us.
I'm so excited. I can't even talk about the game because I'm excited.
Yes, Harton played really well. She was the general of that team, if we're talking about generals. They did an interesting positional change in the second half. They brought Jamie Lee Price into centre and Guthrie into wing defence, her favourite position.
Yes.
But again,
Jamie Lee Price is
defensive
centre.
Yeah. And that's what just kind of changed things up a bit, I think, and really sailed them home because that's when the Swifts were coming back. They got within 1 goal.
Yeah.
And then
boom.
Yeah. Speaking of boom and past boom.
Oh yeah, and boom.
And boom.
And boom.
And boom.
Yeah, straight down and boom.
Green machine. She was back after her week off.
Green, Harton, Pettit.
Fantastic.
Rock solid.
She dominated 31 feeds, 44 assists.
So this was a special week this week because we had Indigenous Week, which was acknowledgement for our Indigenous athletes and what they have done for our game throughout our netball history, sporting history. And you know, there's some greats that are in the netball community. Marsha Ella, and every game had a special welcome to country.
Celebration of NAIDOC week as well this week.
Yeah, teamed with that as well. What did you think? Which was your favourite?
There was a lot of great designs. I particularly like the Thunderbirds dress, the pink and the white, because it kind of looked like they had glitter down the bottom of their dress there. It was kind of like the shimmer shape with the shimmering glitter. Always have particular soft spot for the Firebird. Gemma Maimai is one of our Indigenous netballers athletes. So I thought they had a really good design, and the story behind that design, it was a local Ipswich girl that designed that with the use of the fire.
I like the Fevers, and we've seen the Fever wear their dress a few times already this season. I really quite like the Fevers dress and the look and the colour, so yeah.
Sunday before the Firebirds Giants game, televised. We'll be there.
We'll be out.
Get ready.
Yep.
Televised game, 12 noon on Channel 9. Lisa Alexander is announcing the squad to take us into the 2018-2019 Diamonds season. So that'll take us to the World Cup. This isn't the team, but it's the squad that will play the Four Nations.
Yep.
the Quad Series. The Constellation Cup with New Zealand, and then go into England to claim the World Cup.
So two very interesting announcements have been made in the lead up to that. Laura Geitz and Maddie Robinson have both announced their retirement from international representative netball.
They've both had heartache, and they've both had to work really hard to get back into that team, but obviously now's the time.
Yeah.
So,
great role models, and ambassadors for the game.
Yeah. So I guess what's interesting is this opens the door for a few of our young guns potentially to come into the team. So what do you reckon? Who would you, if you were Lisa Alexander and Anne Sargent selecting the team, who would you like to see maybe be introduced into that squad? But what are some of our young guns that you would like to see get a run in the Diamonds?
Who have really made an impact this season.
Absolutely.
Well, I know Mannix has been sort of around the squad.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see her get more of a go. Sam Pullman.
Yes.
In Geitz's absence a year ago, it gave a few of our players an opportunity, which was Bruce Weston and Branley.
Because Leighton was out as well, so
Leighton was out.
These girls had to step up.
So it's going to be very interesting because Leighton was out, and now she too is in the position of having to work herself back into that spot.
Yeah.
And we have watched her week in for the Maggies, sitting on the bench and not always being on the court for that first 7. So, you know, we know if you follow Shani on social media that she went through some mental health issues, and she has now, come back from that. Shani is now ready in the mix.
Yeah, I almost think that Hinchcliffe has kind of even put her name in,
thrown her hat in the ring.
So.
Shimo down the other end.
I was thinking about Shimo. I'd like to see Shimo get in the squad. And mid-court wise, so Maddie Robinson's departure, who's opened up? Well, Watto is obviously there. Watto's number 1.
Watson, if you were to go on the season alone, Watson she owns that WA.
But, we've seen Maloney there as well. I think I'd like to see Maloney get into that squad. There's a few girls there. We've seen Verity Charles play really well this season. We've seen Maddie Proud and Jess Anstis play fantastically. Yeah. Maybe even Nat Medhurst can get back in. That's a big name that was dropped off to the squad last time. So can she get her name back in that ring? Goal shooter, goal attack position. It's sought after, isn't it? We've got Thwaites, we've got Bassett, we've got Wood, we've got Tippett, Phillip, Medhurst. What is there? Oh gosh. Hodges. I think she has put a hand up. I got 3 this week again. You must have got 3 because you always guessed the same as me.
Yeah, I think I took the same as you. I don't think we went against each other this week.
First game, Lightning v Maggies. This is really decides if the Maggies have any chance at making that finals. Lightning.
No brainer.
Swifts v Fever in Sydney.
Fever.
Firebirds Giants. This is going to be the one that's the tussle. This is going to be the close one.
Okay, we're there, Firebirds. We're going to put them over the edge, even though we're dying to get our hashtag
with Harton.
Selfie with Harton.
Yeah, I'm going to have to do like a double tag.
Yeah, you could just go Giants.
Yeah, just do a quick change.
Firebirds. Not Lightning. Giants.
Firebirds. Yes. Just going to have to do the quick
Maybe
change.
you should get both your shirts, cut them in half, sew them together, and make one.
Yeah, and then just stand side on.
Yeah.
Particularly when I see Hutton, just be really
And then just be like, hi Joe.
I'm going to go Betty's as well.
Yeah.
And last game, Vixens, Thunderbirds. Vixens. All right.
Okay, final for Tom.
Right. Goal shooter, I went Thwaites. Caitlin Thwaites. Goal attack, I decided to give it to Charlie Hodges. Thought she was deserved. Maybe she'll get the call up from Les Alexander. Wing attack, very close, but because she played against Gabby Simpson, I had to give it to Liz Watson on the Watto train.
Yeah.
Centre, I decided to go with Sherian from the Lightning.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wing defence, Ash Brazel, back on the Brazel bandwagon.
Yep.
Goal defence, Pretorius. And goalkeeper, Shani Layton. 7 intercepts, 3 deflections, can't be beating.
Yep, good one. Okay, so this week, goal shooter, I've gone with Thwaites because I just thought she dominated that circle and had a cracker of a game, which we've talked about. Joe Harton, goal attack. With wing attack, I've gone with Green. Centre, I sort of had a bit of a, it was hard, I went Guthrie/Anstis, but then I just went with Anstis. In Renee Engels in wing defence, I think she had a great game this week. I've gone with Beck Bully in goal defence.
On the Bully.
Yep. And I've gone with Geitzy in goalkeeper.
Depends.
Steering the ship from the back.
Speaking of the Annie Sargent calls, if you need a good laugh, if you need some Annie Sargent love, just watch the Thunderbirds
Game, yeah.
Magpies game. It's just an Annie Sargent fest. So Joe, be ready. We'll be there this week. Sunday Arvo, 1 p.m, Brisbane Entertainment Centre.
Counting down.
See you there. Be ready for, we'll have our smiles ready. This is what it'll be like. Right.
That's another week of Netball Chat with
Sam.
That's me. And Zach.
That's me. Toodles. Being that dog.
Yeah.
That mongrel of a dog once again.
And you can't just
Shake it off.
Shake
Shake
off
it
the
off.
leg.
Shake it off. Shake it off. Shake it off.
No, it's shake it up.
Shake it up.
Shake it up. Honestly, some of your songs, where do they come from?
That's a popular song. It's bloody Florence and the Machine.
Oh, that one. Oh, that. But
Shake it up, shake it up.
Yeah.
Shake it up, shake
Okay.
it up.
Yeah. That girl who's just had an ACL surgery. She's got.
She can twist on her 10 cent
She's got balance for twisting on a 10-cent piece.
Oh, buy the floorboards. Buy the floorboards.
Wild floorboards.
Oh, jeez. It's
Yeah.
just too much. Oh, Shimo, the lotus shake.
The lotus shake. It's a lotus
just
shake.
a lotus shake moment for Shimo. That's just dominating.